Hello and good evening, everyone, and welcome to week 2 of the Teacup for One Body Swap Movie Marathon. My name is Matt, and I have 2 degrees, and tonight, it's a double feature. It's a classic double feature because there are so many body swap movies, some of them great, some of them not great, and we have to try to watch all of them. So tonight, we are doing 2 very different yet 2 very similar films. We are doing 1996's made-for-TV classic Wish Upon a Star, starring Katherine Heigl of Grey's Anatomy and Danielle Harris. Let me check my notes. I say notes, I mean the Wikipedia page. It's Danielle someone. Yeah, Danielle Harris from a bunch of Halloween movies. As 2 sisters who body swap, as well as 2011's, I thought it was 2010, 2011's The Change Up, starring Jason Bateman and Ryan Reynolds as friends who body swap. So tonight's all about what happens when you body swap with someone who's roughly the same age as you, as opposed to a parent. And then also what happens when one movie is really bad. Or maybe not. I don't know. We'll get there. But anyway, before we bring in our guests, let's see who we have in the chat. It looks like we have our cats. They did not watch the movies, but they will watch the show. And my mom says she did not get a chance to watch the movies. Maybe the comments will convince her. Well, we shall see. All right, let's bring in our first guest for tonight. You know him, you love him. It's Lauren, everybody. Hi, Lauren.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome. So good to see you. How are you?
I'm doing well. I don't know if it's my internet connection, but you're cutting out every so often.
No, I don't want that. Well,
yeah, it's probably my internet connection. It's been really bad, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. I can understand you.
Okay. Well, Lauren, welcome. Tell me, who would you rather body swap with, a sibling or a friend?
Good question. I probably, just because my experiences might be a little more common, probably a sibling.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah, I don't have a sibling, so I don't know what that experience would be like. But I would be curious.
I have a sister.
Oh, okay. Fun. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like instinctively I just go with friend. Maybe. I don't know. Speaking of friends, let's bring in Jeanette.
Hello.
There she is.
Jeanette.
Hello.
Jeanette, would you rather body swap with a sibling or a friend?
I also am an only child, so I guess I would say friend. Though at this point in life, I don't know that to be true, because the only friends I have are either like single and dating, or they're married and also have children, and they all have more children than me. So I would not choose to have more children. So it's a very hard decision. And I don't want to be dating. I hear too many horror stories about dating in the world today. I'm done. That's terrifying. I don't want to do that.
The Change Up stressed me out about parenting in ways that nothing else ever has, because of one specific scene.
Poop?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, blender.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you never know.
No, that was that was my moment of no, absolutely not. No. Done here. Anyway, yeah, Vince is going to be joining us in a little bit, but yes, here we go. Wish Upon a Star and The Change Up. It's such a fun pairing. I've mentioned it previously. Wish Upon a Star is a longtime favorite of mine. It aired on the Family Channel here in Canada quite a bit as a youngster for me, and I believe it was on the Disney Channel a lot too, even though it's not actually a Disney movie, which is why it's readily available for free on more than one YouTube channel. And yes, I was eager to revisit it because I had it solidified in my mind for the longest time as the best body swap movie. And I stand by that opinion, but we'll get there. I think it's a freaking brilliant movie. And everything that I've always loved about it was still there, and even better in some ways. And The Change Up, I've never been able to finish because when I tried to watch it, I thought it was stupid and turned it off the first time. This time I had to watch it, and I still thought it was stupid. But it had redeeming qualities, but we'll get there. But I am curious to hear, had either of you seen either of these movies before?
Yes and yes.
Ooh,
I have not.
no. So both were first times for you,
Oh,
Lauren.
yes and no.
Ooh, fun. So, I'd love to hear, Lauren, from you. Which movies? Sorry, you had not seen either of them before. What's your first impression of both?
Say that one more time, because you were cutting out for me.
Oh no, what was your first impression of
Oh,
these
now
movies?
you're not there.
Oh no,
Oh,
oh no. Am I here for you, Jeanette?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's got to be on my end because your mom said that it wasn't you.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. Can you say that one more time?
Yeah. I asked you what was your first impression of the movies.
Of the first one, the Wish Upon a Star?
Yeah.
I I thought that it was sweet, but it's just not of my generation. Like I just feel like I'm wasn't in the demographic to watch it. And Katherine Heigl looked weird in the movie for some reason to me. I don't know if it was the midriff or the short skirts, but she looked weird to me, and it just kept bothering me the entire movie. I mean, not the entire movie, but the first part of the movie. I don't know why, but yeah, I mean, if I had to choose which one of the movies I'd like to watch again, it would probably be that one. Um, than the Change Up, but yeah, I wasn't necessarily the biggest fan, but I didn't hate it.
Okay. And I guess just while we're here, what was your first impression of the Change Up?
The Change Up,
Yeah.
um, because I was telling Matt earlier, I rented the unrated version, which apparently is not the version that you want to rent.
The version I saw too.
And yeah, I uh, I am a big fan of Ryan Reynolds and Jason Bateman, but I just didn't love this film. Now, part of it was I fell asleep halfway through the movie just for a little bit, but I got the gist of the movie. But I just didn't. I don't know. I mean, maybe Ryan Reynolds as Jason Bateman, I got a little bit more of, but Jason Bateman as Ryan Reynolds just seemed a little like loosey goosey to me.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Jeanette, what's your first impression of these movies?
Wish Upon a Star, I saw on TV as well as I assume what 96, so I was about to be 10 or I was 10 when I saw it, whatever. So yeah, I mean, I remember watching it and I remember liking it then. And certain things were like little like beacons that made me remember different things. And her like little gothy outfit was a big deal, I think, for me back then. Like I remember as soon as that showed up on the screen, I was like, oh, I remember this. I definitely remember this. So, yeah, I that one I remember liking. I liked it this time. I will say, like, I watching it, I was like, oh yeah, sure. Keep saying that they didn't over sexualize, girls in the 90s. Sure, don't just go with that thought. I was like, this whole movie is supposed to be very wholesome and very family, and it's literally like almost as sexually charged as the Change Up. So that was when I watched it this time, I was like, yeah, very similar, even in the fact that it's extremely sexually charged. Um, so yeah, that one was Wish Upon a Star is good. It's not bad. It's not good. It is good. It's okay. The Change Up, I remember going either to see it in theaters or buying it on Blu-ray, like back when something would come out and you'd go buy it on Blu-ray, and or DVD actually, because that's how I watched it was the DVD that we had. And unfortunately, I've lost the remote to our Blu-ray player, so I couldn't choose to watch the unrated version. But it sounds like I didn't need to. So, so that's a thing. Also, that was a big thing from like I don't know the year 2000 or 2001 ish to like sometime in the mid 2010s. This whole unrated thing.
I feel like it was a DVD thing.
Yeah.
Went hand in hand with DVDs. Like you get the unrated DVD.
Yeah. So that was interesting. So I remember liking it a lot more when I first watched it. I remember being like, "Oh wow, I can actually tolerate Ryan Reynolds in this film," because I do not like Ryan Reynolds. I love Jason Bateman and I love Leslie Mann. Like they're great. I just ever since Van Wilder, like way back in the day, I cannot take Ryan Reynolds. And nothing against him. I just it's something. It's like sandpaper. I can't. It's like I think he gives me like that gross out like rape culture feel, like from the early 2000s, late 90s. Yeah. Like he just looks like one of those guys. I don't know. He creeps me out. Again, he's probably a nice person. I don't know. Yeah. So I remember liking it a lot more when I watched it originally because there were many things I did not like on this rewatch.
I'm excited to get into that because there were many things I also did.
It could be a little much.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he is Canadian, so I'm, obligated to be pro Ryan Reynolds, but also, yes.
Yeah. Which is hilarious because he gives off bro energy, but Dane Cook was actually from like the Boston area, and I like him a lot more. Like I wish he would have had Ryan Reynolds' career. I'm sure he does too. But yeah, so I don't know. I liked him whenever he was out. I thought he filled the same roles well, and I liked him more in them. So I don't know.
Yeah, I felt like there were elements I liked to the change up, and I think the heart of the movie is in a place that I find interesting. I just feel like for the time it was made and the type of movie that they were setting out to make, it just fell flat. Like it was too much. It was too excessive, especially since I saw the unrated version. It felt much longer than it needed to be. And there were just scenes where I thought like, this is stupid. But then there were scenes that were really nice, I thought, between like the Jason Bateman / the wife, as well as Ryan Reynolds and the dad. Like there were nice heartfelt moments, which I feel you need in a body swap movie for it to have any point or resonance. And like, it was kind of there. It was fine. It was It was longer than it needed to be. Like I would have been. I think if it was 90 minutes, I would have been totally on board with the change up, but not 2 hours.
Yeah. No, I agree. And even the regular version felt. I was like, this feels longer than I remember it being.
Yeah, and there were just also certain things about the change up that I felt were icky, like really icky in terms of, which they kind of pseudo addressed. Like ultimately, I'm glad that even though they were body swapped and they tried to justify it by like, it's not cheating if it's not your body. I'm like, no, it is still cheating though. It is still cheating. Like I was happy that it got to a point where the Jason Bateman character in Ryan Reynolds' body was like, no, I love my family. I'm not going to do it. I was like, okay, well, at least you got there, but like you let this go a little too far for my liking.
Yeah. So if we're there already, let me just touch because that's one of my biggest things that I did not remember and that I did not like was that an entire plot point is based on the fact and it's very contradictory. You have to have like cognitive dissonance. Mm-hmm. We have to believe that Jason Bateman is the better person of the two and that he genuinely loves his family and wants things to be good / better with his family. But we are also supposed to hold in our heads and believe that he really wants to F his secretary.
Right.
And that's just an okay thought for him to be thinking about all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I thought that, they made this whole thing that like he is dedicated to his career and not a family man, but it starts off with him doing all this family stuff.
Yeah.
He's the one that like is with the kids, and it's just like, so why can't he spend time with his wife if he's spending time, like with his kids? And yeah, it just seemed a little weird to me, that kind of
the whole thing. Both characters felt very contradictory to
Mhm.
how they were established. Like
Yeah.
when the scene when they were trying to convince Leslie Mann that they had body swapped, and then all of a sudden Ryan Reynolds' character in Jason Bateman's body is like showing that he's attentive and in some ways a more attentive, better person and friend to both of them than Jason Bateman's
Mhm.
character is. But then
Yeah.
at the same time, he like that didn't super have much payoff outside of him reestablishing himself as like the best friend of both of them at the end. But like, I don't know. That was weird. I felt it felt out of conjunction with how both characters were established, and then it also just felt conflict, or I was conflicted with the date scene between the like Jason Bateman in Ryan Reynolds and the secretary, because I really liked that it was a nice fun time almost just between the two of them as friends, and it was like an actual, they were actually building a functional relationship, whether it was romantic or not. Like it was just like he set out to he had the initial goal of like, I want to have sex with my secretary, and then he's presented with the opportunity. He's like, no, I don't want this, and then he just ends up making a friend, and they click really well. But then it's weird because it's like it's Jason Bateman's mind, and then she ends up having a relationship with that body, but then it's someone that she didn't have that connection with. It was just so weird. It was very weird. Yeah.
There were a number of things that, like you said, that were very contradictory. Like, I don't know, we were supposed to, I couldn't understand why they would keep pointing to certain things as things that were bad about Mitch. Maybe he'll come back in with a better connection.
Maybe.
But like there were things they were pointing out that I was like, well, that's not bad or gross. Yes, it's a little gross that he went to a Lamaze class to meet a woman, but like, is it bad that he finds pregnant women attractive? Like,
Right.
why? What?
Right.
This is weird. And this movie was 2011, right?
Yeah.
That was one thing on this rewatch I was really, really shocked by, where I was like, I kind of thought we had started to move past a lot of this subjugation of women humor, at least in movies where respectable people like Jason Bateman are showing, in my opinion, respectable people like Jason Bateman are showing up. Like, I thought we had kind of moved, and it was definitely not. It was definitely very present in this movie. Like, there were jokes solely, like, a woman pooping. Oh my God, this whole joke is based on the fact that women pooping is unsexy. Well, a man pooping is not sexy either. Like, what are we talking about here? This woman's body is still the same. If she was attractive before, she's attractive now. Like, she's just pooping.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know.
Sorry about that.
I really, yeah.
Oh.
It's definitely my internet connection.
It's all good.
Yeah, it's definitely my internet connection. I'm like only getting like 50% of what both of you are saying.
No.
I know.
Chime in when you can.
Right now is fine, but then all of a sudden, yeah. So hopefully, you know, if I like sit here staring blankly, it's not because I'm disinterested. It's just because I can't understand what's being said.
All good. All good. So yeah, something that I found really interesting in comparing these two movies is, since they are both about people of the same age, like there is that whole sexual element that is very present in The Change Up, but then it's also alluded to, if not like outright addressed, in Wish Upon a Star. But I feel like it's handled so much better in Wish Upon a Star. I mean, by merit probably of the fact that they are minors. But even still, I feel like I was impressed with how, in my mind, tastefully that was addressed, because especially with like Katherine Heigl's character being built up as like this beautiful, popular girl, and her sister is like, do you think she's had sex with her boyfriend? Oh my God. And then you like, part of the journey for the two of them is the revelation of like, are you going to lose my virginity next, Haley? Wait, what? You're not a virgin? And then and like another moment that was kind of in that same camp that I thought was interesting is like in that opening sequence, you kind of get the vibe that Katherine Heigl is into the catcalling from the creepy painters across the street. Then halfway through the movie, she's like, ugh, those painters are so skeezy and I hate it. So it's almost like it's playing with our perception of how sexuality is applied to that character, like the conventionally attractive character, and then through the process of the movie, like it's called into question just to say, like, this is something that's being imposed on me by everybody, and now that I'm out of that body, it's something that I'm able to address and talk about. And like, that was not something I was expecting from a TV movie from the 90s, but I appreciated that and felt like it addressed that whole element of the like sexual component in a body swap film in a way that was interesting and poignant and a lot more tasteful than in The Change Up, where it was just kind of played for laughs, but also not very cleverly. And that was what I found really disappointing. Like, I remember reading when The Change Up came out that the director or the producer thought there was a lot of comedic potential for an R-rated body swap comedy because of that whole idea. Like, if you have two adults and their guys and there's going to be a body swap, you can do these like R-rated things. So the potential is there, I guess, but it felt like it didn't meet it, or even if it did, it's not interesting. I don't know. It felt gross.
Yeah, for sure. One of the things that I didn't care for about how Wish Upon a Star handled, minors' sexuality, and specifically young women, is there's a scene in there where she's like, when she's finding that out, like, oh wait, you're a virgin, and she goes, yeah, I'm only whatever age they are, I'm only 16 or whatever, I have morals. And I'm like, are we saying that people who don't, like, that young women can't control their own bodies and make either decision? Like, it almost bordered on, like, I don't know if you've ever watched any snippets of those like Mormon films that show up on YouTube, but it almost bordered on like a Mormon like parable movie that they make, like these movies that are supposed to like drive home points. And I was like, I don't know, man, that's a step too far. But yeah, it's just like this whole thing around this girl's, like, half the movie is like, is she sleeping with her boyfriend? Is she kissing her boyfriend? Like, what is she doing with her boyfriend?
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. I do feel like that's more characteristic of the era. Let's say, like, I feel like if the same movie was written today by, say, the same team with today's standards, I think that would have been addressed differently, potentially. Whereas I feel like The Change Up, if it was made today with the same team, it would largely be the same movie.
Yeah.
Vince is here.
Oh, yo.
Oh, hello.
How's it going, team?
Good. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm sorry I'm late. I was burning through Wish Upon a Star at 2 times speed. Unfortunately, I don't know. I signed up for this thinking it was only The Change Up, so I tried to watch The Change Up, and then okay, so I watched The Change Up, right, and then I fell asleep like half an hour in, and then
during my first rewatch too.
Really? Hang on, did all of us fall asleep? That doesn't make me feel so bad then, because like I fell asleep, I think, after the scene where he's I guess Jason Bateman is gonna try and bang Sabrina, right?
Oh,
the secretary
lady? Oh no, the secretary. Yeah,
the secretary. And then I fell asleep, and then when I woke up, the two of them are hanging out on like a patio somewhere by a cottage. The camera pans out, cut to credits. And I figured, okay, I'll pick this up tomorrow, before the review. Then I look at the review, I realize, oh no, I have to watch this Katherine Heigl movie. So and I was a little late because I didn't have enough time, but I watched the Katherine Heigl movie and I didn't fall asleep, so I think it's the superior film.
I agree. I think it's the best. I stand by. I think it's the best body swap movie.
I'm not saying it's a great film though. It's just better than The Change Up.
It's a great film.
That's what I was saying.
It's all right, I guess. Look, I'm not the target audience here,
I don't
But-
think Matt was either at the
Yeah,
time. But
that's-
it worked.
I don't know what to tell you. It's a great movie. Well, I think this is why I love Wish Upon a Star. I think, first off, I think it is a contender for like the best body swap performances because I feel like both those actors embody the characters exceptionally well, like post swap. Like I think there are nuances that carry over very well.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think you're right about that. I think these two actors, they're doing a good job. Katherine Heigl and the other one,
Yeah.
they did a good job for the most part throughout the entire thing. Now, was this made for TV?
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. It felt like I'm
Yeah.
watching a TV show from a specific time period,
Of course.
and
Did you
like
know-
that's
did
how
you
it's
ever
shot,
watch
and I
Big Wolf?
liked it.
It felt like Big Wolf on Campus. I don't know if you ever.
Oh,
watched that,
of course,
but it
yeah,
reminded
we
me
love
of Big Wolf on Campus.
we
a little
love
bit in
Big
the
Wolf up
Part of
here.
the charm. It's part
Yeah.
of the beautiful nostalgic charm.
Mhm.
Yeah. I think so. It was. Oh yeah. So I think it's I think it's one of the
And I
best
think there's-
body swap movies. And sorry, Lauren.
No, I was just gonna say that was it for me. Is that I don't have the nostalgia for it, so that's why
Mhm.
it probably didn't hit as well as it did with you guys. But I think that that's great that it did. You know, I'm not like saying that you shouldn't feel that way, but yeah, I just didn't have the nostalgia for it.
Oh, for sure. I
Mhm.
mean, it wasn't a '90s, 2000s high school experience without a girl in dominatrix gear dancing down a bunch of tables. Like it just brought me straight back. Back to Poplar Park. It was a good time.
You know what I think the best part of the movie was the band at the end. I really liked I liked the punk rock of the
That
the
was
group.
one of
Who
those
was
parts
that?
of the movie that flashed in my head, and I went, "Oh wow, yeah!"
Mm-hmm.
I like could remember sitting in front of the television watching this movie. Was that band like really like sent off some like
Yeah, that
memory
was
in
well
there.
shot. There was good energy. I thought they were good performers. Were they like big at the time? I have no
They
idea. Who they were.
definitely sounded like they were in like that, I don't know if the Raincoats did like music for 10 Things I Hate About You and stuff. Like it definitely felt
Ah.
like that, there was always like a band at the show. Even in like when we watched freaking Idle Hands, like the Offspring
Yes.
was playing at their thing.
Yeah, I
So,
get it.
that was a
Like
thing.
that was the thing around the time.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's part of the time.
very
period.
late
It's hard.
90s.
Yeah, I do feel like it is a movie that has breadcrumbs. Like even I don't think my mom ever watched it with me, but she saw me watching it last week and then said that she remembered it. Or she was like, I remember the house. It's like, what? She's like, yeah, because it looked like our house or it looked like our neighborhood. So it is
Oh,
one of those
really?
movies that I think just has like elements that people latched onto. And then as soon as you see it again, it's just like all the memories come flooding back.
Yeah.
Was it shot in Mississauga?
It looks like it was, but I don't think it was. It
Mm.
feels I don't know. It feels American. And also Mississauga would never have like a lunchroom that big or designed that way.
Mm.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they outsourced the interior shots. They went
Maybe.
somewhere else.
Could have been up Pinewood. Yeah. on
Well.
Kimball. That's
That school felt firmly West Coast.
that's what I was thinking too. Weirdly enough, I was like, oh, it must be an American school because there's a flag outside with the stars and stripes without like realizing, oh, they could have just taken down the Canadian flag.
I was gonna say, because how many times do you see Canadian flags in front of schools that are definitely
Mm.
shot in Canada?
Well, yeah, the Mean Girls school is here. It's like down the street from me. Not literally, but I could probably drive to the Mean Girls school in like 10 minutes from where I am.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Mean Girls was all shot in and around where I live right now. Classic. Yeah. What's the thing? Oh, yeah. So the other reason that I love Wish Upon a Star, which will kind of lead into a thing I want to discuss with the change. I almost said the changeover. With the change up, I think that this movie balances very well, like self-discovery in addition to just like learning about the other person, which I feel are the two key components for a body swap movie.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's equally balanced throughout the entire film. And I think the reason it works so well in part is, again, there is the acting, but I think the movie spends a good amount of time with both characters in the first like 10 to 15 minutes, just world building and establishing who they are individually. And yeah, before it inverts it. And it is, I think, equal parts about them learning about themselves, but learning about each other and having the relationship at the core. Like, it is very much like a sister bonding discovery movie. And I feel like that's kind of what I was missing in The Change Up. I think it was sloppy in that way. I feel like they didn't totally learn a bunch about themselves outside of learning what others thought about them. And there wasn't a ton of relationship building or rebuilding. A little bit maybe in terms of like, oh, you weren't going to invite me to your anniversary party? I'm sorry, I changed my mind. Like, it was kind of there, but no. But I'm curious, what did everyone else think about that component? Like, how well do you feel Wish Upon a Star and or The Change Up balanced that exploration of self-discovery and relationship building?
Well, I think you're right that Wish Upon a Star is one of the best examples, honestly, of any movie I've ever seen as far as like doing both, like self-discovery and figuring out the other person. I think that I think The Change Up, not only does it not do a great job of either of them doing, I guess Mitch does a little bit more self-discovery than Dave does. I think, but that's really not even so much that, like you said, it's him finding out what other people think of him and then changing to make other people happy. And I'm like, I don't even know if Mitch ends up being happy, to be completely honest, other than the needing to do things he doesn't want to do for money. I don't understand what was wrong with Mitch's life. I'm like,
Right.
I don't understand what I was supposed to dislike about this person. He seems like other than like sleeping around, which really doesn't hurt anybody if you don't make anybody sick, like what part of what he was doing am I supposed to not care for? I was like, you got a pretty cool loft apartment. And like, I don't know. I was just like, I don't understand. Yeah. But then Dave, I was like, yeah, sure, he is doing the kid thing and he is being a good dad, but as far as like him as a person, I'm like, what am I supposed to like about this guy? And it's weird because I usually love Jason Bateman characters. Like so yeah, I thought The Change Up, it started doing something and then it just stopped and was like, nope, both of them will just they'll figure this out. Now they're doing it just to get I felt like at the end they were really just doing it to get their lives back, and neither one of them was in a position that felt like they really like either didn't want to leave the body or really wanted to get back because they really wanted to serve their purpose and like be a better family man. Like I didn't feel urgency from either of them for the right reasons, if that makes any sense.
No, it makes total sense. Makes total sense. I agree. I just think that it was just hard to really like either of the characters to the point where I cared about them. You know what I mean? But like I said, I think that it was a little more successful with Ryan Reynolds' character seeing through Jason Bateman's eyes than the other way around. And I didn't like also the way that at the end Sabrina like threw herself at him. And I get, that it shouldn't be, all about him, but it just seemed out of character to me that she would do that. So there was just a lot of weirdness to me.
Yeah, they kind of made Sabrina's character, I'm sorry, just to talk on Sabrina's to that point, like they kind of made Sabrina's character a real strong woman when they needed her to be, and then a real fucking like mamby-pamby, ditzy, whatever, whenever they needed her to be. I was like, can we pick a lane? Like, not that characters can't be multifaceted, but still, she was kind of all over the place. She was kind
I almost feel like
the movie out of a woman.
I think the movie tried to get away with that by giving her that line of like, how come I can't be a businesswoman who also wants to like have physical pleasure? It's like it's almost like they were aware of the flaw in the writing and just decided to have her address it as a band-aid, which I feel like the movie did that with all the main characters in some way. Like they were just so inconsistent and so superficial, and then the movie tried to like infuse elements of what superficially seems like depth to excuse it, but it was just it was a mess.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Vince, what do you
How
think?
did you feel?
Look, based on what I saw, I wasn't really convinced like by either of them like diving into each other's character. You know, like Jason Bateman had his hair slicked back a certain way. But like aside from that, you know, I didn't see too much of a difference. You know, I mean, and look, maybe if I watched the rest of the film, rated or unrated, you know, I'd be feeling differently. But I fell asleep, and that's the worst thing a movie can do, is make me fall asleep.
I
So-
didn't get how, and you talked about at the end, you saw that they were together and then they just went to credits.
Yeah,
At the end, Olivia Wilde's character is with Ryan Reynolds' character, and they're like at a wedding of somebody's, or an anniversary party, right?
Yeah.
Of Jason
Mm.
Bateman's character and
Yeah,
Leslie
the
Mann's
anniversary.
character. I don't like that we were given this whole thing that she built this relationship with the Ryan Reynolds character while Jason Bateman was in there, and then we're just like, oh, it's a full year later or something, right? Isn't it a year later?
I think it's a month. It's a month later.
Oh, either way, I'm like, how? Like, I don't know. Even if he was a better person, he's just a better version of Mitch. He's not Jason Bateman. So, like, how and why are they still together? I don't know. I just like didn't. It was another piece of a puzzle that I didn't see how they had gotten there. I was like, how does that match up? How does that make sense?
Yeah, no, and it was disappointing too, because I really liked the banter and the relationship building between her and Jason Bateman in his body, like that character in his mind, like the dinner scene and like going to the tattoo parlor and everything, just in a little bubble of just, if that were just a short film of a first date, I'm like, I loved these two characters. I like them together. I love this. But then you add on all the context of body swapping, married man, and then she gets together with that body, not even knowing that it was a different mind. It's like there's just so much ruining it.
Yeah. And there is a big context in the whole movie, even down to the Leslie Mann character of like, women are only happy if the men that are in conjunction with them are happy. Like Leslie Mann can't be happy because Jason Bateman's not happy. And the Sabrina character can't be happy because she hasn't found a man that'll take her because she likes baseball and her job. I was like, what? Like, I don't understand why this makes you so super cool.
Yeah.
But like everyone, even the pregnant lady, like, oh, you don't like me anymore. Wow. Like, it was the whole thing. Like I said, I thought we had maybe gotten farther away from that in 2011, and it was very painful to watch again and be like, oh no.
Yeah, it almost feels like the movie might have been made
Yeah, the
with
women were not fleshed out.
Yeah, like
No.
I feel like the movie might have been made with the intention of, we are moving away from this, but certain people still want it, so let's give it to them anyway.
Oh, wait, was there a writer's strike around that time? Because maybe they pulled this out of a vault, like the
I don't think
screenplay.
When there was a writer's strike sometime back then, but I can't remember when it was.
I
Yeah.
think it was earlier than this, so I think the writer's
I think it was
strike,
like 2010.
What year did it come out?
2011.
2011.
Oh, well,
But
if
it
the
could've
writer's
still
strike was
suffered
in
from it,
2010,
yeah.
You know, then they pulled a bunch of old screenplays, rejected Judd Apatow screenplays from the vault. I don't know. Was this a Judd Apatow movie?
It feels
Yes.
like it, but it's not.
It
It's got his
seemed
wife
like
in
it.
it, but no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Judd Apatow does better with this type of humor than whoever made this.
I would
Actually, no,
expect
the
better, yeah.
writer's strike was 2007 to 2008, so they were long, like it was done. by-
Oh, okay.
Oh, what if this movie was in production
had no
hell
reason.
for a while?
I think it was just a bad.
Post,
No, I think we're trying to
Post-production
excuse bad
hell.
writing. I think we're trying to excuse bad writing, and it's
yeah,
just
I
bad
guess
writing.
not.
It's just bad writing.
Well,
Oh.
yeah. I didn't love it. I didn't love the movie. I fell asleep, and then, I figured that's okay. I'll pick it up tomorrow, and I didn't have time, and now I'm never gonna go back and watch it. So
Yeah,
that's
I
okay.
mean,
I'm
yeah.
glad you guys are sharing. I'm getting the full experience here.
Unless you need to see Ryan Reynolds and Jason Bateman pee in a fountain again.
Nah, I'm good. But And I don't need to see Jason Bateman get shit in his mouth either. Like
No,
that
that was pretty rough.
that was a
Oh.
rough way
Oh,
to
that was
start
so
off the
bad.
movie, man. Are you kidding me?
That was
That was pretty funny.
so
Yeah.
gross.
I thought that was the thing when
Although I
Matt said
did
at the
learn
beginning
what
of the show.
Lorno was.
Oh, the
Yeah.
Lorne.
Mm.
Yeah. No, the poop at the beginning, it made me really uncomfortable the first time I watched the movie, but then I ended up turning it off anyway because I thought the rest of the movie was stupid. So I was prepped for it going in this time. So I was okay. But yeah, no, the baby sticking its hand in the blender, that triggered all kinds of anxieties in me where I thought, no,
Oh.
keep the kids away from me. All the
Yeah.
children.
They must
Yeah.
have run out of their special effects budget at that point because they didn't go all the way with that. So
How much further did you want them to go?
it would have made the movie a hell of a lot more interesting.
And also, it made me so nervous seeing Jason Bateman, just how he handled those babies, seeing that they were actually like just
I know.
by 1 foot or whatever. I was like, those are real babies. Why are you no?
Wow.
I mean, granted, I guess I've never handled children of that age, so maybe you can do that. I don't know, but I don't think you should be doing that.
Well,
No.
I read that they're non-union babies, so it's
Okay.
okay. Yeah.
Never mind.
Freelance baby.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the changeup is ultimately disappointing because I feel like the premise is so good in theory, like just a body swap movie for like two middle-aged men in very different points in their lives, or
Yeah.
like having gone down very different paths. Like I feel like there's something very relatable about that, not even just to the demographic, but even in terms of the way that I find Wish Upon a Star interesting. Even though I've never been a teenage girl with a sister, I feel just that peer dynamic and that sibling dynamic, and trying to better understand someone who is similar to you but very different just in terms of how they carry themselves. Like that's fascinating to me, and I think that could have been applied to this movie, but it wasn't. They just went the cheap route, and that made me sad because there were
Yeah.
moments where I was like, "Oh, in theory, I should be able to relate to this," because like I'm single, and some of my best friends are family folks now with kids, but I'm not relating to this, and I feel like I should. But
Yeah. I think, like we said, it doesn't really bring out the
Yeah.
best qualities in either character.
Mhm.
There's really nothing to latch on to. And then all the things that they try to point out as bad things, not all of them, but some of them are not bad things. Like,
Mhm.
it's kind of hard to, if they can't make you feel the way they want you to feel about the characters, a body swap movie intrinsically is not going to work.
Yeah.
It's like you don't
Yeah.
have feelings for the characters to begin with.
Yeah, I think that is the key, because I really didn't like either of those characters pre-swap, and I almost grew to like them less as the movie went on.
Hey, I have a question. Did anyone else laugh when the younger sister said 9/11? Because like
When did that
When
happen?
did she say that?
she was like, well, there's 910 students at her school. Well, now 9/11, and she actually says 9/11. And like I know
No.
this was years before it happened, and it's a national
No,
tragedy.
it was
Yeah.
it was years after it happened.
Hey, wait,
No.
what?
No, it was years before.
Oh, Wish Upon a Star, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought we were talking about the change up. Okay.
Oh no,
No.
I'm back on Wish Upon a Star. The one who's not Katherine Heigl says 9/11.
Yeah.
I
And
didn't
I was
know
like,
that.
oh, did this movie like predict something? What if like I don't know. I shouldn't go. I shouldn't go.
I will say to nitpick small things in Wish Upon a Star, I understood like her parents being like, sure, you've got this crazy gothy sexy outfit and we don't know where you got it from. That's fine, whatever. You went to the mall with your friends. However, where did you get a riding crop? Where
Oh, no, they
like,
say where
Yeah.
it came from. They say where the costume came from.
oh, they did?
It was Katherine Heigl's Halloween costume a few months earlier.
Oh, okay.
Because
The riding
like, you're not going to let her go out like that, are you? Well,
I'm like,
remember,
what was her Halloween costume? What was she?
yeah, dominatrix, I guess, because they say I remember you going out in that costume a few months ago, and she's like, but it was Halloween.
They just go there, huh?
Yeah.
I'm like, but the whole time she's got this thing. I'm like, where did she get a riding crop from? Like, I mean, I don't know your neighborhood. Maybe you got like a Mr. Binkies around the corner or something. I don't know.
I
But-
guess she went to Spirit Halloween.
That's what it was. Although what really threw me off was that it fit her perfectly because we're supposed to buy.
That was one thing that killed me. The whole when she was like, she was like, I stole this from you. I'm like, it fits you exactly, and you're like a foot shorter than her.
But yeah. Funny things. Also, what do we think about the parents in this movie? Because I think they're hilarious. How they're just so clueless and useless, and they think that they're brilliant because they're pioneering their new method.
You know what? I thought it was dumb at first, but it got funnier as the movie went on.
It just kind
And
of
then
reminds me of how distant the parents are in Heathers. Like they reminded me of Monica's parents in Heathers.
I was gonna say that was a very like teen movie. Not, I would say 90s, but Heathers was 80s. Like it was a very like apathetic thing that people were trying, because I think there was like this almost negligent, bordered on negligent, but like hands-off approach. And that was, this movie directly was making fun of it. But like that, I that is a thing I see in movies of that time too. Just kind of like this stereotype of apathetic parents.
They reminded me of the parents in Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
I can
Just so clueless about their son, you know, taking off of school, and just like they're just caricatures of parents, basically.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So I think one of the other big things I want to talk about with these movies, which we've kind of touched on, but I am curious to hear everyone's thoughts on the acting from both pairs, respectively. As I've said, I think the acting in Wish Upon a Star for those two is great. And in the change-up, I'm not sure how I feel either way, because I think the performances are better than they seem to be. I think the movie is bad as a whole, but I think Jason Bateman and Ryan Reynolds are both decent at emulating each other. But I don't know. What did everyone else think? I think I'm more curious about the change-up. Like, were they good or not?
I agree with you. I agree.
Go ahead, Lauren.
No, I was just going to say that I agree that they, you know, in the change up, I think it was just really the script that, you know, did it. But I think that the acting per se, I mean, you know, was good. I think it was just the movie on a whole was bad. But I got something out of their performances. It was just, again, the writing I thought was bad. And as for
you go ahead, Lauren. Sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I was just going to say, in terms of the other film, I liked them. I liked them both. I thought that they were good, and that they captured, like you said, that they captured the other character pretty well. The end.
I thought in the change up, I literally couldn't find a scene where I thought Jason Bateman was acting like Ryan Reynolds at all. Like, I never once got Ryan Reynolds out of it. And I think Ryan Reynolds has enough verbal mannerisms that you could bring that across. There were times I saw Jason Bateman in Ryan Reynolds, but not enough for me to think that he did a great job. Yeah. And then the other one, I don't know. I guess I didn't feel like I knew the characters well enough prior to when they switched for me to feel like I knew really well, but I thought they did a good job, both of them. So, yeah.
Yeah, look, you know, I
would not say that they agree.
Yeah, look, I agree with you guys. You know, Jason Bateman and Ryan Reynolds, they were just kind of acting like themselves. From what I saw,
Mhm.
it's possible I missed something, but it sounds like I didn't. And Katherine Heigl and the other girl, what's her name? Danielle Steele?
Danielle Harris.
Danielle Harris?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is she related to Ed Harris?
Yes.
Is she
Really?
Stop.
Yeah, she's his niece. No, I made that up.
Oh, I was like, what?
Hey, I bet the kid who like moved in next door and ended up with the younger sister, that kid's got to be someone's nephew, right? Like the executive producer's nephew or something.
No, I think they
Like-
cast him because he looked like Danielle Harris, and he was supposed to be into her. Like they had the same
Interesting.
haircut at the beginning of the movie. They were dressing the same. Yeah.
Mhm. I don't know. It could have been the kid from Dazed and Confused stunt double.
Oh yeah, right. It does look kind of like him.
Now,
Oh.
unimpressed by his performance as well, but Katherine Heigl and Danielle Harris were pretty good.
Yeah. Agreed. I feel like casting in the change up, again, it feels like a wasted opportunity. In theory, I think it makes sense for those characters because I feel like Ryan Reynolds is he seems douchey and has like a good heart overall, I feel like as a human. And then Jason Bateman, I think, seems like a good guy, but then has a douchey side just inherently. So I do think it makes sense. And it was a wasted opportunity. Yeah. And I think the change up also suffers from this trope
Yeah.
that I've noticed in a lot of these body swap movies where they aren't very character specific when the swap happens. They just kind of paint in broad strokes
Mhm.
stereotypes. I think it's
Yeah.
more evident when like it's an adult and a kid. And Jamie Lee Curtis, in all of her Freaky Friday or Freakier Friday interviews, has even said like, "Oh, the first movie it was easy. Like I just had to be a teenager. I just had to do this.
Yeah.
And you just had to do this." And I realized actually you're right. That is exactly what you
Mhm.
did in the first movie. There was no specific nuanced carryover for like Lindsay Lohanisms or Jamie Lee Curtisisms.
Yeah.
The whole movie is built around, oh, here's an adult
Yeah.
acting like a kid and it's funny, and vice versa. And it felt like that's what the change up was doing, just in a way that was somehow even more lazy, where it was like just take a very straight-laced person and a very douchey person and then have that switch. And yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's again a reason why Wish Upon a Star for me is slightly above the, actually not even slightly, very much above the others, because
Yeah.
they're both teenage girls, so you can't rely on tropes as much. And I feel like they at least made more of a concerted effort than other actors I've seen in these types of movies to mimic each other's energies and their speech patterns.
Yeah.
And just how they carried themselves. I think especially with Danielle Harris, the younger one, I just feel the way that she physically transformed post body swap was very subtle and so good. Like even just watching how she sits in class.
But she sits up straighter and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that also wardrobe helps, which is something I thought was interesting, just seeing how they dressed when the swap happened and seeing how
One thing I really loved, attention to detail. The first day that it's Danielle Harris in Katherine Heigl's body, Katherine Heigl pays all this attention to her hair, right? She has these cute little hairstyles that she's able to do. And Danielle Harris is in there, and you could tell she didn't know what to do. Not only did she just pull it back in a ponytail, she didn't like brush the ponytail. It's literally just pulled back and then scrunchy. And it's at like the base of her neck. It's not up here. And like this is all bumpy. I thought that was really like whoever, I guess that's just costume design, but that would, or hair and makeup. But like that was a really good attention to detail, because like if you aren't putting your hair up and you don't know, and it's not your hair and it's not your head, like it's going to be hard and it's going to look like crap.
that's something I
So
didn't
thought
notice.
that
It
was
makes me love this movie even more.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. I didn't notice that.
And the way she does her makeup, like if you notice when Katherine Heigl does it, it looks like magazine finish, right? It's like there's highlighter or whatever, like it's like smooth. And then when Danielle Harris was in there, it was like colorful eyeshadow that's like just right here, and lipstick that's like on. It's like it's good enough, but you can tell that it's more like someone who doesn't wear makeup is doing it. So I thought that
I
was cute
got.
attention to detail.
Yeah. See, that's what you need for a body swap movie. And
Yeah.
the not very many movies do that. Even well, it's not time to talk about Freakier Friday yet. The more I think about it, the more I think I didn't like that movie. But we'll get there.
I have to double feature that one too because I haven't seen the original one. So
Ever?
nope. I've seen bits and pieces of it over the years, like while it was playing on Disney Channel, but I've never sat down and watched it.
Yeah, the original is better than I remembered it being, and the remake or the sequel is, well, we'll get there. That's fine. Anyway, so before we move on to the game, I'm curious, just in comparing these two movies, I want to hear everyone's thoughts. What do you think each movie was trying to do, and do you think it succeeded? Because there's lots of different things you can try to accomplish with a body swap movie. Did they do it, and were they successful?
You might want to go first. I'll go. So I think that Wish Upon a Star was successful. Like I said, it felt like an after-school special movie, right? It's like giving you lessons about putting yourself in other people's shoes and not putting popularity too high of an importance, but giving yourself a break from saying there's like a bunch of messages in it, right? And it gets all of them across, I think. It does a perfectly fine job. Especially for the time period that it's in. It was like able to be messagey without being literally feeling exactly like what it was trying to say. I don't know if the change up had a message. I think maybe it was just trying to show us this thing that pretty historically was either a female-oriented film or involved animals. Like there were not very many, other than Trading Spaces or Trading Places or whatever. Right. There weren't. I can't think of another male body swap movie prior to this one. There is one, I'm sure, but I think that was really, that seemed like the goal, and they did that. I mean, it's very male. Yeah, so I think they were able to tell the boy version of the story, I guess, and there it is. You get douchebag 1 and douchebag 2. Pick your douchebag.
I think that the Wish Upon a Star was more successful in what it was trying to do, which was a body swap movie. Whereas the Change Up, I just felt that they were just going for the cheap humor. You know what I mean? And it's like, oh, what if we put this person into this body and this, without really thinking about, what are the, what would actually be the things that would make these people change. I think it was just done really for the laughs, like the Lorno scene. It's just like, oh, let's put, Jason Bateman into Ryan Reynolds doing a Lorno scene, and that's funny. And did he learn anything from it? No, I just felt like it was really just done for the cheap humor.
Yeah, look, I kind of agree, and I think what the film was trying to accomplish was they were trying to make money, and that's about it. No, they didn't do this for the love of cinema, or like no one like
us this week. So
there's no screenwriter who's like, this is my magnum opus. Trying to convince Hollywood.
Not. Let's see what else they wrote.
Oh no!
Actually, yeah. Let's find out.
Yeah.
But did they even make their money back? I'm sure these are two big names in a thing. Arrested Development was still big in those days. Everyone loved Jason Bateman. This is pre-Ozark though, so who knows?
Hey,
Bit of a
I've
wild
loved Jason
card.
Bateman for a long time, and I will firmly say this is one of the worst things he's ever made. And he also did another movie, I think, around the same time called The Switch, which I keep getting the titles confused. That one is about switching up sperm donations. And that one's pretty funny. I actually like that one. That one's pretty. That's like funny in the way that like Knocked Up is like. I still like Knocked Up. I know as a woman in 2025, I'm not supposed to like Knocked Up, but I do still like Knocked Up.
Is Katherine Heigl in that too?
She is.
No.
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 Oh, no, that's, yeah, it is. Is it? Who is it?
Yeah, no, don't spoil the game. Don't spoil the game.
Oh,
What movie? What movie was that? I completely forget.
Okay, the writers of the change up are John Lucas and Scott Moore. Let's see what John Lucas has
Yeah.
Is
done.
that George Lucas's nephew?
It's like Jerry Christ. It's like nobody knows about Jerry Christ.
Yeah.
Let's see. He did The Hangover Part 2.
Oh,
It says characters by, so I guess maybe he did. Oh, he wrote the original
He
Hangover.
wrote The Hangover.
So he wrote The Hangover, and then 2 years later we get this piece of crap. Like what
so
the
he's
hell?
a wonder.
He also only writes about like butthead guys, like Four Christmases. I
Bros.
don't like Four Christmases. Yeah, he writes very bro. He wrote Bad Moms, which is awful. Like I don't like that movie either.
Well,
This
what
guy
about
has
Christmas?
If moms were
Oh,
bros.
Office Christmas Party's pretty funny. That one's pretty good. And you know what feels like something this guy would have wrote, but he didn't, is Bad Bosses.
Horrible Bosses? Or
Horrible Bosses, that's it. Bad Bosses, that's not right. Yeah, I feel
That
like
might be
that
my
feels like something he would have done.
Uh-oh.
Oh, and this other guy's part of his team on everything, so they just write everything
no.
together.
Oh,
You know,
his
I think-
lackey.
I think they've done some good stuff.
Yeah,
like,
Hangover.
in the genre. Yeah, exactly. Like I think The Hangover is a successful version of what this could have been.
Yes. Like, where was your the Hangover? Even though this sounds contradictory, the Hangover has tact. It knows what it is, but
Yeah.
it doesn't push that. It just is that. I feel like this really pushes it. It's like, oh, we're so funny. We're gonna make fun of women's bodies. Like what?
Yeah.
It's very weird.
Awful. Yeah, I didn't love this movie one bit, and I'll be happy to never watch it again. But I'm glad we're talking about it. You know, I think the people deserve to know.
The people deserve to know that Wish Upon a Star is the superior movie between the two.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hands down. I'm glad I watched it at 2 times speed, but
Exactly.
then I brought it back to regular speed for the punk band
Good.
because that
Nice.
sounded too hectic.
That sounds
two
great,
times.
man. I love it.
All right. Who's ready for the game? Well, I don't know if
on.
Lauren is, but
It's not looking good for Lauren.
all right. Well,
Oh,
I just need the two of you for now. So,
got it.
how tonight's game is going to work is I'm going to give you a film title, and the film starred one of the 4 actors who headlined these 2 movies. So the answer will either be Katherine Heigl, Danielle Harris, Ryan Reynolds, or Jason Bateman.
Lovely.
It will.
Okay.
There are no trick questions. It will only ever be one of the 4 of them.
Do I need
I'm
to
gonna
write
write all
something?
their names and just, or are we just gonna say it? Is it
I
a
guess
show
you
or
could
a
just say
say?
it. You could
It's a
just
say.
We'll trust. We'll trust. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Feel free to play along in the comments as well for those watching. And Lauren, where are you? Hey, it might just be the 2 of us or the 2 of you. Here we go. Hold
To use.
on. All right, here we go. Our first movie is Knocked Up.
Catherine Heigl.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was a
We're
quick
both
one.
Lockie and Katherine Heigl.
Yes,
Oh,
I
yeah.
think I thought it was the first thing. Yeah, no, Katherine Heigl.
Actually, yeah, let's just do first. Why not? That makes it more exciting.
Okay, okay.
Lauren's here. Hi, Lauren.
Lauren.
Hi, Lauren.
Sorry, I was totally my internet connection completely went out for a second.
No, it's all good. So we started the game. So
Oh.
how the game is going to work?
We should probably lock in now that Lauren's here because it wouldn't be fair.
Oh yeah,
if you
you're
might
right.
Not hear. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So yeah, how the game is going to work, Lauren, is I'm going to give you the title of a movie. You have to tell me which of the 4 actors that headlined these 2 movies was in the movie I give you the name of. So your answer will either be Katherine Heigl, Danielle Harris, Ryan Reynolds, or Jason Bateman. And it will only ever be one of the 4. So there are no trick questions here. All
Okay.
right. Okay, here we go. Hold on. Your next movie, Adventureland. Adventureland.
Ooh, Adventureland.
Okay.
Oh, and I guess I should clarify
I
that
don't even know
these
what-
people didn't necessarily star in these movies. They are just in
Yeah.
at some point.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna
in
lock
the
in.
movie.
In the
Okay.
movie. Okay. Vince, let's start with you.
I'm locking in with Ryan Reynolds.
Okay. Jeanette.
Same.
Okay. Lauren.
I'm gonna go with Danielle Harris just for fun.
All right.
Okay.
That is
All
fun.
right.
But it was Ryan Reynolds. It was Ryan Reynolds.
Did he have a small part?
I think
Dang.
so. I think so. Yeah.
He
Right.
does, but he doesn't want you to know that.
See, that was funnier than all of the change up. Well done.
Yeah.
Next, here we go. Free Willy.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah. Let's start with
Okay.
Lauren. Start with Lauren.
I'm gonna go with Danielle Harris again. That's gonna be my
Yeah.
answer for everything. No, just kidding.
All right. We got one for Danielle. Vince.
No, I think you're right. I'm going with Ed Harris's niece.
Jeanette.
Yes, I'm going with Danielle Harris as well.
Danielle Harris is correct. She was in Free Willy.
Was she the star?
Yeah, she was Willy. She was Willy.
Really? If
A
she
lot
was
of
Willie?
Finally.
I was like, wait, she's a boy?
No.
What?
No, Willie was the dolphin or the whale.
Well,
The orca?
Yeah.
Was he
You
an
are right,
orca?
though. They're not whales. Aren't they porpoises?
or I don't know.
Yeah.
Looks like
I knew he had a healthy porpoise.
okay. Next, 27 dresses.
Oh, okay. I'm locked in.
Which one?
27 dresses.
Oh, Katherine Heigl. I know that one.
Jeanette,
Yes, locked in with Katherine Heigl.
Vince,
I'm gonna go with the Higs.
you're correct. It is the
Mm.
Hives. Okay. Next, Teen Wolf 2.
Oh,
See, what's fun is that all of these people were more or less in movies around the same time. Like they all kind of started early 90s. But which one of them was in Teen Wolf 2? Fun fact, the title is spelled 2 T-O-O. Like this person is also Teen Wolf. Vince, who do you think was in Teen Wolf 2?
Jason Bateman.
Okay, we got one for Jason. Lauren?
What's I my internet connection got choppy.
I don't know. Teen Wolf 2.
What was the movie?
Oh.
What?
Teen Wolf 2. Teen Wolf 2.
Oh, that Jason Bateman.
Right. Jeanette?
yep.
It was Jason Bateman. I thought this game would be hard. Okay. Next. What do I want to do next? Okay. Dick.
Did we watch that?
No, we should have for President Month. We should have double featured that with Frost Nixon, but alas.
Who's in that?
Okay.
That's the game, Vince.
You got me.
Okay. Let's start with Lauren. Lauren, who was in
Okay,
Dick?
say the movie one more time.
Dick.
Okay. That's what I thought.
Vince and I are so immature.
We getting
Oh.
demonetized for this one.
What? Okay. What? I just said it's a name. It's short for Richard.
It is short for Richard.
Yeah. All right. Lauren, what is your answer?
I'm gonna go with Ryan Reynolds.
Okay.
Okay.
Vince?
Oh,
Man, my internet connection.
I'm going back to Danielle Harris.
Danielle Harris. Okay. Jeanette?
Yeah, I think I'm going Danielle Harris as well.
It was Ryan Reynolds.
Really?
Yes.
Who was he in Dick?
Apparently, it's an uncredited cameo.
Which I think
Okay.
at the time means nobody knew who he was.
Yes. Oh wait, actually no, sorry. Adventureland was the uncredited cameo, but in Dick, it's
Okay.
like it's a small character. Nobody
Yeah.
would remember him. Okay, next. Don't tell mom the babysitter's dead. Don't tell mom the babysitter's dead.
Okay.
Let's start with Jeanette.
I'm going Danielle Harris on that one.
Okay, Vince.
Katherine Heigl.
Okay, Lauren.
I'm also going with Danielle Harris.
It's Danielle Harris.
Ah.
Woohoo!
Next. Mr. Megorium's Wonder Emporium.
Okay.
Mr. Megorium's Wonder Emporium. It's just fun to say.
It
It's just
is.
fun to say. Let's start with Lauren.
I think it was Ryan Reynolds.
Okay. Got one for Ryan. Vince.
Gonna go with Katherine Heigl again.
All right. Catherine. Jeanette.
Did she play Mrs. Megorium?
I'm going with Katherine Heigl as well. The timing seems right.
We were looking for Jason Bateman.
Oh,
Ah.
who is
I don't know.
Oh,
He's there.
He's playing
Huh.
the straight man. I know that.
All right. Next. Urban Legend.
Oh. Oh.
oh.
I think I know this one.
Let's start with Vince.
Going with Big H. Heigl.
Heigl.
I was
Okay.
gonna say there's Harris too.
Oh yeah. She's little H.
That's fun fact. She's a year older than Katherine Heigl, even though she's playing the younger sister.
Short
Mm.
girls.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh.
Yeah, who are you going for?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Danielle Harris.
All right.
Little
Lauren.
H.
Little H.
I'm gonna go with Katherine Heigl.
Mm.
We were looking for Danielle
For
Harris.
Oh wow.
She's most of her like post Wish Upon a Star career were horror movies, like Urban Legend, and she's been
I
in a
gotta
bunch
see
of
if she was in
Halloweens.
Ginger Snaps. For some reason, I think she just looks like the girl that's
No,
in Ginger
no,
Snaps.
that was Emily someone.
Because like she looks like she would
Wait,
be in
who?
that.
What was the answer?
It was Danielle Harris. It was little H,
Oh, okay.
lowercase h. All right.
Really.
And final question of the main round: New Year's Eve. Who was in New Year's?
Oh.
Oh. I know.
Okay.
Oh,
Let's start with Lauren.
okay. I'm gonna go with Katherine Heigl.
Okay. Jeanette
I'm gonna say Bateman.
Bateman. Okay. Vince.
Yeah, I think it's the Bateman.
No, it's the Heigl.
Ah.
Really? Big H. Ah, I should have
Seems like
gone
a
with
movie
Big
she would
H.
be
It's such a Captain Heigl movie.
I know. Now that I'm like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Okay, so your points. Here we go. Vince, you have 5.
Oh, great.
Lauren, you have 6. Jeanette, you have 7.
Oh.
How many points do we want to wager for the bonus round? All?
All of them.
Okay.
I'm going with 4.
Okay. Lauren?
I'm all in.
All in? Okay. Here we go. So this is your bonus question. From what I can tell, there is one movie that features an actor from Wish Upon a Star alongside an actor from The Change Up.
Oh.
What is that movie?
Any
And to
actor.
triple your points, and to triple your points, who are the 2 actors?
Can,
And I
we
will
can just
say-
tell you who the 2 actors are and not the movie. Do we get points for that?
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Why not? And
Wait,
It-
could you repeat it again?
so there is one movie that I could find, at least. There might be more, but at least one movie that features an actor from Wish Upon a Star alongside an actor from The Change Up. What is the movie and who are the actors? And it is not limited to the 4 that we've been talking about, so you know.
Oh.
Oh man, what the?
Oh. Oh, so like it could be like the wife in the movie or the boyfriend in Wish Upon a Star. Okay. 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 Oh,
I
wait,
don't
no.
know.
Oh, is she in that? Oh. I think she is. Yes, she is. Oh, I know it. I know it. I know it. I think. And I was about to guess something totally different too.
Okay, let's lock in our answers. Let's start with Vince. We'll do Jeanette last.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Olivia Wilde
Okay.
and Danielle Harris. Got little H.
Little H.
And they were in I don't know, Cocaine Bear. Wasn't Olivia Wilde in that?
Cocaine Bear was a great movie. Maybe. Okay, we'll find out. You've locked in your answer. Very good, very good. Lauren?
I'm gonna say Olivia Wilde and Katherine Heigl in 27 Dresses.
Okay. Jeanette?
Leslie Mann and Katherine Heigl in Knocked Up.
That is correct. Jeanette, you win.
Oh,
In what movie?
Knocked Up.
of course. Wait, who's Leslie Mann?
Oh,
That's Judd
right.
Apatow's wife.
Oh, was she
That-
the principal?
No, she's
That's
Jason
right.
Bateman's wife in Change Up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's the wife
Wait,
in
that
lots of
scene-
movies like this.
That scene in Knocked Up where she's like, "Am I too old to be here?" I'm like, "That's
Oh, is
my
that from
whole
Knocked
life
Up?
now."
Yeah,
I'm
Is
like,
I
That's
totally
her.
forgot about Leslie Mann.
it's her and Katherine Heigl outside the club. and
I
she's
can't
like,
believe
"Am
I got
too
through that
old
whole
to be
game.
I know the sound from TikTok. I didn't know what it was from. I love that sound.
I was about to guess Ryan Reynolds and Katherine Heigl just because it seemed like at some point in time they probably made a movie together.
I thought so too, but seemingly no.
No, I guess not. I was like, I can't think of one, but I'm gonna guess.
No, because I was confusing Knocked Up with what's the movie
40
where
Year Old
Ryan Reynolds
Virgin?
is like friend zoned?
The Friend Zone.
No.
Just Friends.
Yes, Just Friends. Because Just Friends feels like a movie that Katherine Heigl would be in, and Knocked Up feels like a movie Ryan Reynolds would be in. So in my mind, I think I combined them, not having seen either of those movies. So,
Knocked Up is worth it, in my opinion.
well, if only for that TikTok sound. Am I too old to be here? Do I look younger than these little?
There's so many good one-liners in that movie.
All right, so there we go, everyone. Double feature. Love it. Next week we're back for
Woohoo.
Body Swap, but as a horror movie with Freaky.
Yeah,
Not Freaky Friday, just Freaky. It's gonna get freaky.
not freak off, just freaky.
Just freaky. So excited for that. We get to see what happens when a middle-aged man who's a serial killer body swaps with a teenage girl who is, I think, supposed to be his victim. I don't know. I haven't seen it, but I will by next week. It might be a movie I deeply regret having programmed. We'll find out together. So until then, hooray. So it's that time of night, everyone. I'm going to put you on screen. Tell everyone your final thoughts on these movies, who you are, and where everyone can find you. Let's start with Vince.
Oh, hey, how's it going? Again, sorry I'm late, folks at home, but I was here, got to talk about it. You know, I talked about 2 movies I didn't care for too much, but hey, that's part of this whole gig. You know, you gotta every now and then you gotta watch a movie you don't like. You know, and you know what? Neither of these movies were as bad as like Peter Pan or Man of Steel. You know, this is somewhere in the middle, and that's fine. You know, this is all good. Anyway, my name's Vince. Have a good night.
Hi, Vince.
Hi, I'm Lauren, and my final thoughts on the movies. I enjoyed the Wish Upon a Star. Change Up was, I mean, I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. So those are my thoughts. I also want to apologize to everybody if I look confused or if I talked over anybody. My internet connection has been yucky. So I understood like half of the conversation. But I made it through and I made it through the game. Woo!
Woo!
Anyway, you can find me at Lauren's Toy Box on YouTube and pretty much any other social network except for X. You will not find me on that. But Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Blue Sky, Lemonade, Lauren's Toy Box, LORENSTOYBOX.
Hi.
So cute.
Hello. Yes. So I watched both these movies this week. And I gotta say, I'm really glad I went to see Weapons yesterday because that means I saw a good movie this week. So, you should go see Weapons while we're all here talking about movies because it was freaking amazing. And I'm excited about next week. I'm excited for Freaky. I went through the Halloween Horror Nights house, but I hadn't seen the movie all the way through. So
They
now
had
I'll be
a house?
excited to see the movie. Yeah, they had it wasn't last year, it was the year before last. They had a Halloween Horror Nights. It was combined with another movie. I think it was Black Phone, which was an awful movie. Don't watch that movie. That was not good. Yeah, so I'm very excited, and I'm excited to finally see Freaky Friday at the end of the month. So it's going to be great. Yeah, you can find me here. You can find me here next week. And yeah, I will tell you to go listen to We Like Theme Parks podcast wherever you can find it. And hopefully we'll see you again in the future.
Also, I saw Vince's comment to distract me. Yay! Bye.
Yay! Bye.
All right. Hello, everyone. And I actually don't know where Freaky can be viewed. Do you know, Vince? I don't know. Let us know. Put it in the chat. Yeah. This is my channel. Follow me. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on TikTok. I posted one TikTok complaining about my local theme park, and seemingly it's now become the hotbed for Karens to complain about Canada's Wonderland. So go to TikTok and watch that video if you want to see what Canadian Karens sound like. Yeah, join us next week. We're going to talk about Freaky. Keep an eye out on the channel. That Dorothy video is coming. I don't know when, but it'll come. And my name's Matt, 2 Degrees, Teacup for One. Thank you. Until next week. How do you end this?